It is an absolutely glorious day in Canada today. And that is a rare occurrence indeed. I think a week ago it was about 30 plus, and now it's about 15. But 12 hours ago it was 0. So it could literally start snowing within the next 12 hours. So I'm going to take it as it comes. This perfect weather, nice and sunny, a little bit windy, but it's nice. It's real nice. So I'm out here for a nice walk through the woods. I thought I would share an update with you guys. Those of you who've been following my channel since my first official post back in mid-January of this year, I had made a quick video discussing New Year's resolutions and actually a new system I decided to implement for myself to gauge not only caloric intake, but the foods I was ingesting and the drinks I was imbibing, just to clean up my diet, perfect it even further. I'm always trying to work at that. It's easily one of the hardest things to do in, I'd honestly argue, Western society. We are bombarded with ads continuously. No matter what you're doing, where you are, you're always encouraged to do the wrong things, obviously. And that definitely includes eating the wrong things, drinking the wrong things. And I'm not even talking about alcohol. Anything that's just sugar laden is going to have a severe impact on your mental health, your physical health. I'd actually made a follow-up video discussing how I'd cut sugar for 2 weeks straight, and the results were inconceivable. You'd have to actually try it and feel it to know how profoundly effective it is at helping you concentrate better, among a plethora of other advantages to not living on a diet of sugar. Anyways, though, back to the point here. So my new system I'd implemented involved jotting down all the foods that I'd consume that I know I really shouldn't, even if it was just for pleasure, just for fun. If I was out at a social gathering, I would still mark down these foods and drinks. And I've made sure since then. So we're going on 4 months now, and I've recorded everything. And I started just tallying beside each of these items because some things were on repeat. For instance, if I had a can of pop, I'd make sure it was a diet can, so there was less sugar. Just little things like that. And I've got to say, based on the results, I feel like I kind of jinxed myself initially when I discussed it, because right away, like for the first couple months, I'll be honest, I was eating and drinking these pleasurable foods when I felt like it, not to excess, but I saw the tally building up. The list was building. And like I said, though, as I saw it, I thought, this is ridiculous. There is no point of making this list grow, because it's really not that bad. Not consuming these things, just eating other things, drinking strictly water, maybe a little bit of milk, not much juice. Juice is just concentrated sugar. Again, it's delicious, but it's just so needless. And so, yeah, I mean, the list has kind of tapered off. And now I look at it and I see which items have the most tallies and where I need to think better, approach these decisions in the moment with a little more wisdom, so I don't relapse in a sense and make those mistakes again. And I think this kind of list building exercise is great in every potential facet of life. If you have things you want to do, you write them down. Writing things down is always key to transforming your life, literally. It works like magic, because in a sense it is like magic. It's casting a spell. You're bringing the thought onto paper and seeing it manifest. You've initially manifested it through language onto paper, and then it's going to eventually manifest into reality, because you are now consciously aware. And it's a reminder. When you see it on paper, you can remind yourself just by looking at it. But yeah, so I kind of did the reverse by writing things down that I shouldn't have in my life. And as I see this, as I've seen this list grow, it's made me think a little more before I choose to do something, especially when it comes to diet and health. So it's, I think it's been a great lesson in learning how to make smarter, wiser, and ultimately more fruitful decisions for myself. And of course, any of you out there can implement this very easily. It's so easy. And it's not done digitally. I've written this down on paper, and I've seen the effects take place. Like I said, it started off a little rough first couple months, but month 3, it dwindled down. Month 4, I haven't added to that list at all. So it took a little while to get used to the routine, the change. Of course, it's change, but it was effective. And yeah, so here we are now, 4 months later. My New Year's resolutions have essentially manifested themselves as I hoped they would, as I knew they would, really. In my mind, I knew they would. It's a change I wanted to make, but it was kind of fun seeing it take place and what occurred. So I guess you could, in a sense, you could vicariously learn from this by knowing that you might have trouble at first, but it's going to just get better as you progress through your changes, whatever they may be. It doesn't have to involve food. It could involve anything else. Like if you want to get into exercise or just starting learning a new skill, it's going to be rough at first. You're going to have some difficulty just grasping the concepts, or with physical fitness, just getting into the routine of moving your body. It's not easy stuff, especially if you haven't done it for decades or years, or, it's something new for you, but it's highly, highly doable. Don't dismiss the difficulties initially. It's all part of the process. Anyways, kept you guys long enough here. I just wanted to share those thoughts and give you a little update. We're 1/3 of the way into the year. That was quick. That was really quick. But here we are, and we've got 2/3 of the year left. Lots of time to start your changes. Your resolutions don't have to begin in January. They can start at any time. Any day is a good day to start, especially when it's nice weather like this. You want to do something positive for yourself. Even just going for a nice walk. Just get out there and do it. Anyways, you guys have a great one. I'll catch you in another video. Thanks if you stuck around this long, I absolutely appreciate it. I know the watch time is like 30 seconds to maybe 3 minutes per video. So, but if you make a 3-minute long video, people are going to watch like 3 to 10 seconds of it. So you got to kind of, I don't know. I hope people skim through, maybe pick up some good points along the way. But anyways, you guys have a great one. I will catch you in the next video. Cheers. Take care.